Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. I didn't think I'd be doing another Zombicide episode before we went live, but I made a little mistake in the instructional episode, and I was thinking, about how good I've been doing lately not making mistakes in videos. Until I remembered it's actually because I haven't been doing videos for a little while. So, listen, it's a small mistake, but it's an important one. So, what I'll do is I'll get you guys to the table here. I'll explain the mistake, show you the proper way of doing it. And then, look, I'm actually kind of glad to have an excuse to do this video because I'll go over the character cards. These are the characters that come with the base game. And I'll just tell you the initial abilities that each of them start with. And that way, when we start our live game, you guys will know the options that you have to work with. All right, so this is the card that tripped me up. It's one of the zombie cards that has a manhole cover on it. Now, when you pull one of these, what you need to do, first of all, you need to know what danger level you're in. Let's just say we were in danger level blue here. And then what I told you was that you look on the board and anywhere you see a manhole cover space and then a survivor on that space, you would then spawn what's listed here. So I said you'd spawn one walker zombie there. However, if you are fluent in the English language, unlike myself, then you will realize that in the rulebook and on the card itself, it actually says sewers located on a tile with at least one character. So it doesn't say where there's a space, but a tile. Let me show you how important that difference is. So here's Doug here. He's been having a rough day, but things are starting to look up. There's no zombies around. He's got a little bit of breathing room. However, we've just drawn this card. Now, what I told you before was look for all the manhole covers, look for the sewers, and if there's no survivor on those spaces, like look at this one here, there's no survivor on this space. So I told you no zombies are going to spawn there. But remember, the wording is tile. Of course, many of you know this. I'm mostly telling myself this because I'm the one who didn't realize it. Because he's actually on a tile with a sewer, that means a zombie is going to spawn here. It gets even worse than that. You'll notice I kind of separated this out here just to show you this is a tile. Well, let's push it back in here for a moment. Now, Doug is on this space here. He's not just on this half of the street. The space is this entire area right here. And guess what? There is a tile here with a sewer on it. So his day's getting even worse. One is going to spawn here as well. You see how that makes sense? So although we've placed him on this tile specifically, you really should think of him as being like this, because this space is made up of two separate tiles. So yes, this does make the game even harder, and just to show you how nasty this can really get, let's say Doug had been here on this space. Remember, this space is touching all of these tiles. So if you drew this card, even if he's the only survivor here on the board, if he's in this space, a zombie's going to spawn out of this manhole cover, another one's going to come out of here, another one's going to come out of here, and yes, there's one here, okay, and one's going to come out of here. So this card can be a real beast, even at this very low level in the blue zone, because that's 4 walkers coming out off of one card. Okay, so hopefully that clears that up. I just want to apologize again. I hate making mistakes like this. We try not to take ourselves too seriously here on Watch It Played. But one thing I do take seriously is trying to get the rules right. I feel like it's a disservice to the publisher and their game if we screw that up, and also to you guys trying to learn the game. But again, hopefully now we get ourselves back on the right track. And I want to thank you guys who pointed out the mistake to us and being so quick about that. I really, really appreciate that, and being so kind about it. Thank you. But hopefully we got that cleared up now. And let's take a look at the different survivors that come with the base game. And again, I'm going to show you guys what base ability they start with, so that when we're playing the game, you'll be able to better decide what you should be doing with those characters when you're controlling them. All right, so first up we have Wanda, and her ability says that she can move 2 zones per move action. And remember, zones are basically those spaces on the board. And what that means is normally when you take a move action, you would move 1 space. However, she gets to move 2 spaces each time she takes a move action. So if she used all 3 actions on one turn to move, she can move a total of 6 spaces. So she can really get around quickly, assuming there's no zombies in her way. And of course, that's because she's on these roller skates. Next up, we have Amy, and it says here, +1 free move action. So all that means is you can use your regular 3 actions however you want, and then in addition to that, you can take a 4th action as long as that action is another move action. And you can put that in anywhere you want. So you could do an attack, and then take your free move, and then do another regular move action as well. Next up, we have Josh, and he has the special ability called Slippery. So remember when I told you about moving when you're on a space with zombies? So if a character's on a space and say there's 2 zombies there and you want to leave that space, you have to spend 1 action to move and then an additional 2 actions, 1 for each zombie on the space. If you have Slippery, like Josh does, then you can just move for 1 action. You can ignore all the zombies that are on your space because, again, you're so slippery, they can't get their hands on you. Next up, we have Doug, and he has the ability Matching Set. What this allows him to do is if he's doing a search action and he finds an item that has the dual wielding ability, let's say he found 1 pistol, he could then freely search through the deck and find a second pistol and equip both of them. Now this can only happen when he finds a weapon through a search action. If someone trades him a weapon, that would not allow him to then go freely searching for a matching set. It's only when he does a search himself, he'll be able to find that other card for free at the same time. All right, next we have Phil, and his ability is he starts with a pistol. So at the beginning of the game, you would go through the equipment items and you would find a pistol and you just give it to him. Now this does not replace the pistol that you automatically start with as one of your random items. So Phil would get his pistol and the other pistol, of course, would still be shuffled and dealt out randomly. So Phil could end up with 2 pistols potentially, or at least 2 people in your party are going to have pistols. Next up, we have Ned, one of my favorite characters, and his ability is he gets a +1 free search action. So anytime during his turn, without spending one of his regular 3 actions, he can just do a search for free. But of course, remember, you can only search once per turn. So if he'd already done a search action as one of his regular actions, then he would not be able to use this ability. So don't ever do that. Always do your search as a free action, and then use those other 3 actions however you want. Okay, so that does it for now. I hope that you will continue to follow us here because we're going to be announcing when the live playthrough will happen, both on our channel as well as on Facebook and on Twitter. So follow us, tweet us, whatever you need to do, however much of us you can tolerate. We will try to announce it and give everyone lots of time. So hopefully you'll be able to join us because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. At least I hope it is. And listen, if we win, great, shared victory. And if we lose, well, we can just blame other people. So listen, I just want to thank you guys as always for following us and for participating in our videos with us. It makes it a lot of fun. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.